The head of a federal watchdog agency must remain in his job. That's the ruling from a federal judge saying President Trump's bid to remove Hampton Dellinger, head of the Office of Special Counsel, was unlawful. Dellinger sued Trump last month after he was fired. The law does say special counsels can be removed by the president, but only for inefficiency, neglect of duty, or wrongdoing in office.
Joining us now, our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes. So here we go. Is this now where we have to show and prove, give evidence that he is being ineffective in his job role? I mean, how do you prove something like that?
100%. You prove it by the past. I mean, my brother is in the military. He talked about that a lot, like always write notes down of what you're doing. So when it's time for you to protect your job, you're able to point to exactly what you've done. And this person obviously has done that. He's received rave reviews about his work ethic, his ability to do his job, commended in multiple places for being able to be someone that's extremely efficient. So on the one hand, if I'm extremely efficient, you can't fire me for being inefficient, for being lacking negligence or malfeasance in office. Those are the things that you're attempting to say. I dispute those and rebut those with facts that show that I'm excellent in my job. And if you don't have anything to dispute that, then the court would say that then they would side with me. And it would be on the person that's attempting to remove me from office to be able to prove that I've been negligent, that I'd be able to prove that I'm inefficient in my job. And the Trump administration is not able to do that in this case because they don't believe they have to. And that's what I want to make sure I'm clear. This argument is not have they proved that and have they failed to prove it, is that's what the law requires. Their argument is that we shouldn't have to prove it, that the president unilaterally should be able to fire him because he just wants to fire him. And that's what the Trump administration has said, that if he does not push forward the agenda of the president, then I should be able to remove him because he's not following my orders.
Well, the judge found this particularly concerning, Judge Jackson did, because she said this man's job, Hampton Dellinger, is to protect whistleblowers, right? And so it's ironic to have someone whose job is to protect whistleblowers be removed in a partisan effort, because this is his job to make sure that it isn't partisan when people are losing their jobs.
And let's be funny how even further ironic it is. He protects whistleblowers, and he's being fired because he was a whistleblower. He let them know that it's improper to terminate these probationary employees. And so he was blowing the whistle on their entire project, letting them know that before you guys do this, I don't think it's legal to do this. And so when you talk about all superheroes don't wear capes, this person's wearing a suit, and he happens to be an attorney that recognized that what you guys are doing is not lawful. And because it's not lawful, my job is to bring it to your attention. In the process of bringing it to the president's attention and administration, they said, you know what? We're going to have to remove this guy because he's not walking lock and step with what the administration is attempting to do, while attempting to cut jobs, attempting to balance the budget, or lower whatever they're attempting to do administration-wise. They are removing jobs, specifically probationary folks. You're talking about thousands of employees. We're saying you can't just remove these folks because you want to. You got to have cause. They have to do process. They have to have a hearing. He's notified them of that. And then they said, okay, we'll let you go. He filed a claim and said, well, before you can let me go, you have to go through a process as well. I mean, this is all textbook government efficiency. For you to be able to fire a government employee, you have to go through the legal process. You just can't remove them at will as if they have no union protections or constitutional protections.
Trump's attorneys are saying this is an encroachment on Trump's authority over officials that serve in his administration. A lot of people feel like when a new administration comes in, it's like when a new GM takes over an NFL football team. From top to bottom, left to right, this is your team. You want it to succeed. We're all going to march lock and step together. I'm getting rid of everyone. I don't care what deal you signed last year. It all is new. I want my team to carry my banner the way I want it to carry. So a lot of people feel like, can Trump not do that?
No, not at all. In the private sector, 100%. If this was GM, if this was Ford, you're a publicly traded company, you have private employees, new CEO takes over, 100%. Fire everybody, start from the beginning. But in the public sector, we have something called protections, constitutional, due process. There is a process in place for federal employees to be removed. So if you don't follow those processes, what normally happens is a lawsuit, like this individual did, specifically because most of these folks that are getting fired aren't attorneys. But when you attempt to fire an attorney that actually does this for a living, he's saying, well, wait, did you not check the boxes that you're supposed to have, where I have an opportunity to be heard, where there's an opportunity for me to show my receipts that I've been doing my job? And if you don't do that, then wait, I can file a claim and a judge will be able to say you were wrong. What I can tell you is on none of our bingo cards that we think in the last 2 or 3 years that we would be saying a federal judge, a federal judge, a federal judge. But what we have recognized is that everything is finding its way in front of these federal judges who are lifetime appointments. And so while it is political, The political appointments of these federal judges is going to have a big impact on how these decisions continue to be made down the road.
That is a long tease right there. Khalif saying, yeah, we're not anywhere near to being done with this. Khalif, we appreciate you.